Hello and welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean and today we have a Broken Binding unboxing. This, my friends, is Mirrored Heavens by Rebecca Roanhorse, the third book of Between Earth and Sky, the October fantasy title for the Broken Bindings subscription, which is awesome and really quick. I mean, it's, I've been so used to getting these books, like the last days of the month or like the first days of like the next month. And here we are, just a smidge over halfway through October. It's only been a few weeks since we've gotten book 2, and here we are getting book 3. So let's take a dive in. Of course, we have 2 bookmarks here. We have The Scour by Richard Swan, which I already have on order because I've heard amazing things on, this is like the Grave Empire prequel novella, or just novella, Richard Swan in collaboration with Grimdark Magazine. So I'm excited for that one. Anyways, Mirrored Heavens, we have the actual bookmark Between Earth and Sky, featuring the quote, "Love is not a prize to be won or a sign of one's merit. It is a gift freely given." Between Earth and Sky. So let's dive in. This is, as I mentioned, the third title to finish out this trilogy. It's based on pre-Columbus America. So kind of a lot of indigenous, Native American mythology kind of baked into this. Cover artwork by Reiko Murakami, which is always fantastic. Love me some Reiko Murakami artwork. Very, very nice. Love is the most powerful force in the world. It can change minds, change hearts, reshape the heavens and the earth. Apparently there is a mermaid in this? Yeah. I wonder if the mermaid... I have not read the first 2 titles, so this is probably, no surprise to those who have read the titles. I know one of the main characters was a ship captain who could talk to the sea. Maybe she is the mermaid. This does have Endpaper art by Kara Malikova, as well as interior artworks by Patricia Gutierrez. Kind of have that indigenous-inspired look to the boards with the stenciling there, top edge stain, and little stenciled edges, which, I did bring the first 2 books. I did do unboxings for the first 2, Black Sun and Fevered Star. Didn't realize at the time that we were actually getting put the spines together, the whole cycle of an eclipse, which is really cool. I like that. Well done. I feel like it's been a while since they've had Endpaper artwork that's lined up like that. Maybe it hasn't been as long as I'm thinking it has, but they had issues in the past with the Endpapers. Kara Malikova's Endpaper artwork here on one Endpaper, and then on the other, looks like all sorts of gods going at it. I know there are all sorts of gods in this world. Of course, this is Tier 1, so it's limited to 1,500 signed and numbered copies. Signed by Rebecca Roanhorse. 805 is my number, so it matches the other ones. There's a lot more Tier 2, but Tier 2 doesn't have the signature page, but you still get the same style and design of the books itself, which, it's a fancy trade edition, but it's a really cool fancy trade edition, in my opinion. So, if you can get the Tier 2, get the Tier 2. Absolutely. Let's start looking for some of Patricia Gutierrez's artwork. This one, I gotta say, the quality isn't as great. I don't know if it's picking up on the video there. You can almost see like the print lines in the artwork there. Almost like scan lines, the scan lines, print lines. So that's disappointing. Not that you're getting high quality anyways, but okay, yeah, this one looks better. You're not really seeing the lines in this one. But yeah, it's just a fancy trade edition. It's not going to hold up compared to if like Subterranean Press were to do an edition, or Grim Oak Press. Those ones would definitely be the superior editions, and sometimes you have instances like that. Case in point, Tad Williams. I actually did a unboxing and comparison of the Tad Williams titles. You had Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn from Broken Binding compared to Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn from Grim Oak Press. And Grim Oak Press is pricier, but it's also going to be the superior production. I mean, you get a sewn binding as opposed to a glued binding. Shouldn't really be a problem with this title. I mean, this title is about 500 pages. It's not huge compared to some other books. The big issue with glued bindings is that if you're reading it more than once or reading it multiple times, or if it's a larger book, you're putting more wear and tear on the spine as you are reading it, which could cause you to wind up with a broken binding of your own. I mean, they have nicer paper stock in those as well. But I mean, for what it is, the broken binding does a pretty good job with these. At least for the subscription ones. I haven't been as impressed with some of the non-subscription titles of late. They've just been kind of, the same trade edition cover. Sometimes you get a different artwork or, stenciled edges. But, it's really having exclusive artwork that, in my opinion, kind of sets it above and beyond. So those are the ones that I'm mostly interested in. And thankfully, the fantasy subscription delivers and then some with broken binding. Up next, to finish out the year, November and December, is The Band by Nicholas Eames. Kings of the Wild and Bloody Rose. I remember hearing great things about Kings of the Wild back when that was first published. I never got around to reading it, but I will now that I'll have a broken binding edition. If you want to pick up a copy for yourself, you have to go to the secondary market because there's a huge wait list for these subscription titles. And even then, there's a huge wait list for Tier 2 before you can get to Tier 1. But be sure to subscribe to my channel here because I am on the fantasy train and I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon. So month after month, you can continue to watch these unboxing videos and see these broken binding titles for yourself. Every other month, I have these science fiction titles as well as their new fantasy and sci-fi titles coming my way as well. To kind of keep the content coming. So be sure to subscribe to the channel here. Once I have read this trilogy, I will do a full book review here on the channel. I do at least one book review a week, as well as plenty of other unboxing videos from other small presses outside of the broken binding as well, whether it be Grim Oak, whether it be Subterranean Press, Gauntlet, on occasion. They don't really publish as much anymore. Earthfling, Curious King, Suntup, and so on and so forth. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Check out the Broken Binding, link in the description below for all the artists and the author, and we will see you around next time.